Gaza widens today. The United States acknowledges Israel's right to defend itself. The president on his way to the Far East, speaking today from Air Force One with leaders from Israel, Egypt, and Turkey in a scramble to avoid further escalation of the violence. So let me welcome Ambassador Edu Aharoni, Israel's Consul General in New York, and ask the ambassador now, will Israel, welcome Mr. Ambassador, will Israel invade Gaza?
Well, the mandate that the Israel Defense Forces received from the Israeli government is to remove the threat that we view to be of strategic caliber, of strategic magnitude, thousands of rockets that threatened and paralyzed life in our southern region. The government gave a mandate to the Israel Defense Forces to remove that strategic threat, and this mandate is not limited in time nor in scope. So it is certainly a possibility, and obviously at this stage of the game, we don't know yet.
Gaza, one of the most densely populated areas on earth. You know, inevitably there will be more civilian casualties. Don't you worry about international pressure on Israel?
Well, right now we enjoy a large degree of international legitimacy. As you pointed correctly, the President of the United States expressed his support in Israel's right and need to defend itself. But, however, we are very concerned with the possibility of innocent people being harmed as a result of our military actions. And again, the government instructed the Israel Defense Forces to act in order to minimize as humanly possible the loss of life and damage to property.
I know that. I know Israel always does that, but you have 46 dead civilians now, 15 of them civilians. What about Mohammed Morsi, the Egyptian Prime Minister? Can he help solve this, or is he exacerbating this crisis?
Well, Egypt always played a constructive role in our region, and as you all know, the peace treaty that we signed with Egypt back in 1979 still serves as a strategic anchor for stability in our region, and we certainly value the historical role of Egypt. At the end of the day, we believe that both Israel and Egypt are on the same side of this conflict. Hamas is the bearer of very bad news, in the first place for the Palestinian people. And we now know that Hamas spent the last 7 years since Israel's pullout from Gaza in 2005 in order to acquire more and more weaponry, in order to acquire more and more arms. In fact, they turned Gaza, instead of a blooming, prosperous community, they turned Gaza into one huge ammunition dump. And this has to end. The way to end this conflict is obviously by Hamas stopping targeting Israeli innocent civilians.
I hope there's a ceasefire. I hope it ends well. Thank you, Mr. Ambassador.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. The President will be giving a press conference about this in the morning. Thank you again.